Hello again, this is Charles McCall, and I'm here on the Cambodian-Laotian border at the waterfall behind me and a restaurant up above and sitting in a little garden area. I was thinking about 1 Chronicles chapter 20, which I read this morning in my morning Bible reading, and I noticed that King David's men were giant killers. In this short chapter, 1 Chronicles chapter 20, David's mighty men went out and they killed a bunch of giants. In fact, they were Goliath's brothers and relatives. And so it struck me that David himself was a giant killer. And therefore, he produced giant killers. It's a good principle for us to learn. We can only produce who we are. Whoever we are, whatever we are, we can't produce beyond that. So that's a challenge to me. For one thing, to be careful who I am, to be careful about my character, be careful about my actions, because whoever I am and whatever I do, that's going to be caught by others who are with me. I'm in this beautiful garden. I'm looking at yellow flowers, white flowers, purple flowers, greenery, a beautiful waterfall behind me in the Mekong River. This is the product of God Almighty, because that's who He is. He created all of the natural beauty in the world and the complexity of nature and the human body, because that's who He is. He created out of who He is, and so what we see around us is the result of who He is. So in the same way that we can only produce in others, when it comes to discipleship, when it comes to leadership, when it comes to having influence, we're only going to produce who we are. And if there's negative in us, then we're going to produce negative. If there's positive in us, we're going to produce positive. But here's the key. If you want to be a giant killer, you have to hang out with giant killers. If you want to be a winner, you have to hang out with winners. If you want to be an eagle, if you want to fly like an eagle, then you have to hang out with eagles. And so you and I, if we want to rise above who we are right now, we have to find some way to start receiving from others who are already there. If it's a character quality that we want to create in us, or if it's an ability, a skill, or a knowledge, we need to be hanging out with people who have that, because they have the ability to pass it on to us because of who they are. So this is the key. If you want to be a giant killer, you need to hang out with giant killers.